Hello, check one.
Oh, check 1, 2.
Check. Hello everyone, welcome back to Lay It Out, the No Bullshit Science Podcast.
With extra bullshit.
I'm Curie.
And I'm Alice.
And she's Demelza.
Woo! We're back.
It's season 2.
Bigger and better than ever.
We still haven't gotten any better at these intros.
No, I don't think we have. But consistency is everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's nice to know nothing has changed.
Exactly.
Although, has it?
Yeah, so we are going to have a few changes from now on.
Based on all your feedback.
All the hundreds of feedback that we got.
So many emails.
And
Sifting through the inbox for days. / sifting through our own thoughts. So, how's it going to go?
so we are now only doing one paper instead of 2. Pardon me. We're leaving in the burbs.
Nothing has changed.
Mostly because I'm sure you realise our episodes are becoming about on average an hour and a half. And
Quite lengthy.
It is, and basically
It's a lot of science.
no one was fucking listening till the end.
No.
So we've cut it down to one paper, which hopefully will be easier to digest as well anyway.
Yeah, and we can go more in depth.
In depth.
It's all about depth.
Deep.
It's got a bit creepy there.
Silent Demelza is back to being fully silent.
For now.
She may come on as a science guest, so because Silent Demelza is now Dr. Sweet.
Woo!
Okay, fine. She's got her Viva in a couple of weeks, but
We jumped the gun a bit
She's
there.
still going to be Dr. Smith.
She submitted a really long book.
Yeah, it's really long.
How many pages? How many words? You must have known your word count. What?
60,000.
60,000.
60,000.
I feel like it was probably more. Isn't that like kind of a minimum?
Classic Demelza.
Oh, 4 is a minimum. 40.
Yeah.
40.
Yeah. A 4,000 thesis. Come on, a master's thesis.
That was
is
shorter than my
10,000
dissertation.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
All right. So anyway, Dr. Smith will be joining us on one episode soon. Maybe once you're like all official, completed, everything's been signed off.
Once you're a fish.
We can have her on as an expert. Although I think she's going to be helping me out quite a lot with today's paper, to be honest. Lots of hormones. What else is changing? The blog is on a hiatus. It's been
Based on the aforementioned Dr. Smith.
It's been on a hiatus for a while.
And pursuit of Dr.
But also we're not sure. We've kind of basically realised that maybe there's not much value to the blog. If anyone disagrees, do let us know, and I will bully Dr. Smith into restarting the blog, but that won't happen. What else is changing? I think that's it.
Alice is going to get better at the Instagram.
Yes, Alice will.
Boom, boom, pow.
Alice has already posted 2 stories today, guys.
Yeah, but unfortunately, actually no, I'll add them to a highlight, so you will be able to see them, although they won't be recent. So I'm going to make a highlight called recording.
Why don't you do a highlight called season 1 and then another one called season 2?
Because we've nothing to add to the season 1 highlight.
That's true, because you were shit at the Instagram.
Exactly.
I think those are all the changes that we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know what you think.
We've also named our mic.
Oh, he's called Richard.
Yep.
He's posted a lovely dick pic on our story as well, you'll see.
He's a little
Get
stunner.
it. Dick pic.
Oh dear. I found my first thing to edit out.
No! Oh, that was another thing. We're going to try and be a lot less edited.
Are we?
Yeah, we said this.
Okay.
Especially now it's shorter, we can afford to leave more things in. And when I listen back to the episodes, I don't like the fact that you could hear when it's been edited so much. So we'll try and be a lot less edited unless I say something that might ruin my career.
Cool. Good to know.
So yeah, how's life been, Alice, over the past 4 months?
Not much has changed.
No, me neither.
I feel like there should be like those dust weeds, just tumbleweeds going down the track.
Really, the only person here though that has done anything big over the past 4 months is Silent Demelza.
It is, yeah. Although we've come on in our recruitment.
We have.
I'm nearly finished.
We had a celebratory halfway massage, which by the way was one of the most painful experiences of my life, but it felt great.
I don't have good memories of that massage. I nearly threw up on the DLR afterwards, so that just tainted everything for me.
It was very painful. I had a Thai woman
standing on her back.
Standing on my back. But usually I wouldn't mind it, but she knew exactly where to put her feet, that she would be exactly on my knots, and it was the most painful experience. But
I think that's the point.
yeah. But we're going to go for celebratory fancy dinner when we finish recruitment.
We are. That'd be nice.
Yeah, we're going to Roca in Mayfair.
I forgot we said we'd do that.
Yeah, we said we were going to get the middle-priced tasting menu.
Oh, yeah. Look at us pushing the boat out.
Better
Being
start
all
saving
fancy.
now.
Yeah, literally going to start saving now.
So yeah.
Other than that, not a huge amount, really.
No, Alice and I are slap bang in the middle of our second year now, which is kind of when...
Hey, I'm not in the middle yet.
Okay,
Everyone keeps saying you're halfway through, and I'm not.
No, well, technically I'm not halfway through either.
But that's because you have extra time.
Yeah.
I'm only a year and 5 months through.
Okay, fine. In a month, by the time this episode's out, you'll pretty much be halfway.
No! Oh, God. Anyway.
Anyway, so... Oh, and also another thing, we're going to have more science guests.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just because we do understand that as much as we try to broaden our horizons, Alice and I are very in specific fields.
Yeah, we want to diversify.
And it's quite difficult.
It is.
Although today is not in my field at all.
Oh, I'm excited.
So let's see. So yeah, shall we introduce our guest?
Yes.
We are having a returner guest. So this person we brought back for our first episode as an apology because he's the person whose episode got cut in half in the first season. And he was also one of the earlier episodes which didn't get as many listens.
Ah.
So it'd be nice.
So he has returned minus the cans.
And minus a notepad and pen.
Oh, Jamie!
Yeah.
I apologise.
You're letting the side down.
Sorry.
It's okay.
You were our most diligent guest taking notes.
Yeah, but then just before I read like a science magazine, so does that like kind of count
That's
for
true.
something?
Okay, okay, the brownie points are back up. It's okay.
Still our geekiest guest.
Thank you.
How are you, Jamie?
I'll take that very well, thank you. I'm feeling great,
Cool.
feeling fine.
Good.
Feeling full of delicious pizza.
I am feeling full of delicious pizza, yes.
Oh,
which-
that was another thing we were going to do.
Which you will see on the Instagram
Yes.
in just a while.
We're going to talk about our food more. Because if you've seen our Instagram, it's basically a food blog. Because we don't actually do anything before the podcast on it.
We do!
As of today.
Yeah. Well, as of the last week, I would say.
So we had some really good pizza. Jamie, what was on your pizza?
My pizza was salami, chilies, and one piece of basil. And in fact, that one piece of pizza I had with the basil on it was probably the best pizza.
Yeah. I had 2 pieces of basil on mine, so I obviously...
Whoa, 2?
I obviously got a better pizza.
You did.
Except that
That's
you
how
got
it
a
was.
margarita.
We've
So-
gone through this. It's because I'm poor.
Yeah, but like,
It was the same price. Oh, I don't know.
it was like a pound
I want to
difference.
judge.
Yeah, but I would have wanted the salami one, and that would have been £2. And I know, but this is just a description of exactly how poor I am.
Alright, anyway.
Because the council owe me. Let's not get into this, or I'll start crying.
Okay.
A lot of money.
I had a mushroom, leek, and blue cheese pizza. That was also a blanco pizza, so it had no tomato sauce. And Demelza had an aubergine pizza.
With aubergines
this-
on one side of the pizza.
Oh, and
yeah.
I have to admit, I stole some aubergine while I was waiting for you.
Yeah, Demelza, I told her not to. I was like, Curry, don't do that. She's
just-
downstairs working.
I just really wanted some aubergine.
But she did it anyway.
Please don't be.
Oh, one thing we didn't talk about is your new hair.
It's not that exciting.
Guys, it will feature in the selfie, which I'm going to take shortly.
Yeah, I have new hair. I'm not blonde anymore. That's true,
No.
actually, because the whole of season 1 I was blonde.
Were you pink at all for the season 1? No, we stopped.
It was
No,
in the
no.
break.
Guys, you missed her pink hair.
My
as well.
hair's been through a bit of a roller coaster. It was blonde, then it went pink, then it kept fading, then it went more pink, then it faded, then my roots
It was
got
a little bit
crazy,
orange for a while.
and then now I have dark hair and it's a bob. So there we go.
Okay, so are we going to ask Jamie what he did again? Because quite frankly, I can't remember.
My job.
Yeah.
It was really boring to talk about.
Oh no, was it?
Yeah.
Let's try again.
Try again. I build underwriting models for insurance companies.
Oh, I was going to say you can make something up if you want.
Well, it's too late now, isn't it?
I mean, you could try turn that around.
So, no.
No.
There's just no saving it.
Wait, so you write underwriting modules?
I build them so like we get given what the smart people at insurance companies build, and then we make it into an actual user interface on a website.
So
So
you
are
make.
you a tech?
It's like like code sort of.
Oh, you
and,
code?
like, yeah.
I don't remember this at all.
You're not.
James is
No.
a right nerd.
Oh,
Not
that's
right
cool.
code. It's not real code actually. Something like that.
What language?
It's XML. So it's
Okay.
like I have like pseudocode. So I write out stuff, and then when someone else who's smarter than me has made all the things that what I type in build all the rest of it, and then it like builds it into the real stuff.
So
and
does
then
he
it-
like translate it into other languages?
Yeah, so I have a simpler way of doing it
Okay.
that I type out in a user-friendly sort of way,
Interesting.
and then it all develops itself, and then it goes
That
into the
is quite
website, and
cool.
then it all works.
Nice.
Wait, so yours? Okay, so say there's this website, right?
Yeah.
Or no, there's this program,
Yeah.
and someone built the actual program, but they're too geeky, so they can't make it look nice. So then, do you then make it look nice?
No, so it's like they've built all the main parts, and I tell it what parts to use, right?
Right.
And then that's how the program works. And then my job is taking crappy looking Excel spreadsheets and making it really nice and fancy and user friendly and things on the website, so
Yeah.
that they have the nice workflow that they can go through and stuff, rather than just typing in a spreadsheet and then saving it somewhere with like lots of people's data in it, and then just like losing it on a filing system.
So do you make pretty templates on Excel?
No, but I can do. Actually, I have a qualification in Excel. I have,
Oh my god.
That's cool, isn't it?
Is it called
No.
is it called ECDL?
Yeah.
I have that too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Audio descriptive high five going on right now.
Oh, I call it. Is it ECDL, not the European?
Yeah, it's European
driving license.
something.
Yeah, it's so funny. I was like, wait, I'm learning to drive. They were like, no,
No, it's not that exciting.
no.
You guys are such nerds.
That's great. Excel
Although
is cool.
I was
It is cool.
I was gonna do that course.
There
Is
you
it the
go.
one that King's offers?
Probably.
I
I did it when I was 16.
I got through uni.
Yeah. Well, I got through school.
All right. Put your dicks away.
La-di-da.
Well, I could have chosen to do like my pilot's license theory number 1, or choose to do Excel, and I think I
So
chose
obviously
correctly.
Excel.
Yeah, obviously.
So how did you get there?
How did I get there?
Yeah. So what do you do? What did you do that then led on to you being Mr. Excel?
Okay, so basically, I went to sixth form, didn't really care that much, wanted to go to university, didn't do good enough to get what I wanted, went to clearing because someone else I knew was going to that same university.
Jack,
Yep.
previous guest also.
Picked theirs. I picked some sort of course that seems relatively okay for future life.
Mm-hmm.
Picked that. I had to pick some sort of course, so I picked Excel, and then my mum went dog walking with this guy who works at an insurance company, and then I got to work there like building Excel spreadsheets and stuff, and then I
Here you
finished
are.
university and managed to get a job flukily somehow.
Flukily.
Somehow. I'm like, people who got the job at the same as me had first, and I have a 2-2. So there
I mean,
you
you
go.
obviously
Flukily.
impressed in other ways.
What ways those were, I have no idea, but they were some sort of ways that got me a job.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I see.
I made it. I've
So-
been doing it for three and a half years up.
Nice. So you did mathematical science at uni, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't ask me if I'm a scientist again.
No, we already established that you're not a scientist.
I'm not a scientist.
No.
No.
No. Okay, guys, I'm just going to cut in here because my phone is rapidly running out of battery, so we need to take the selfie
Okay.
now.
Let me undo my hair.
Selfie time. God, the roofs are looking
Okay.
awful. Your hair looks fresh. Okay, go.
Good lord. I look very strange
Alright,
in that
okay.
photo.
Okay. And we're back.
Whoop whoop. Do you know what? If we had a sponsor, that's the part where we would talk about the sponsor. Which is good news because no, we don't have a fucking
We don't
sponsor.
have a sponsor now. No.
Maybe one day.
One day you will.
Should we have a new sponsor that we're trying to get this?
Audible,
Season.
Amazon Audible.
Oh, I'd love
Hit us up.
Audible.
They sponsor everyone.
Why don't you
Do you
make
think
up
if they
sponsors?
sponsored us, they'd give us it for free? I would love Audible.
Or maybe like a mattress company. You guys sponsor all sorts of things.
I know a guy who works for a mattress company.
Ah,
Yeah.
Can they sponsor us?
I'll ask him.
Would you take a really terrible sponsorship, like
If I
like
don't-
Vagisil or something, or like
Oh, yeah.
Anusol? Like, would you take
I
something
would
like
100%
Oh.
take a sponsorship from Vagisil.
that? Okay.
Definitely.
They help everyone with thrush.
Don't help me with thrush.
I mean, I don't
Can
think
men not use it?
Vagisil.
Yeah.
It might fuck up the pH of your dick though.
Oh. Does your dick have a pH?
Maybe like the Japsai.
Ooh. So it might sting. We should ask Vagisil. We should write them an email.
Can I use this on my penis?
Because what if you identify as a woman but you have a penis?
No, what if you're like...
Controversial.
No, because you know, like, thrush makes your vag itchy. So if we write to Vagisil like, hello, I have a penis, it's very itchy. Will your product work? And that's what they say.
Yeah. I mean, that's a legit customer service query. Demelza's shaking her head in shame.
P.S. Please sponsor a podcast called Days Out. No, I would 100%. The only sponsorships I wouldn't take is if it's from a company that I just don't... I think their products are shit.
Or like on ethical grounds, if they're really shit.
On ethical grounds?
Yeah.
Like
If
who?
Starbucks sponsored us, would you take it?
No.
Why not?
Both of those reasons.
Unethical and shit. I don't mind Starbucks, although coffee does taste a bit burnt in Starbucks.
I don't like Starbucks, I'm sorry.
What's your opinion on Starbucks, Demelza? She shrugged.
She shrugged. Very non-committal.
A bit of a huff in there as well.
Yeah.
Huff that song.
Okay.
So, alright, so back to you. So yeah, this is another thing we're going to try and do, guys. We're going to try and get to know our guests a bit better.
Yes. We're going to try and delve into their minds.
Delve
Jesus
deep.
Christ, there's going to be some weird crap's going to come out.
If
You know, we should have another cup with questions in it.
We should.
We should, yeah.
For next time.
We'll get that going, guys. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Because all the cleaners threw away our questions.
Oh, no. Yeah. That was some of our best work.
I know.
Devastating.
So, what was I going to ask? Okay, if you had to you had a sudden career change.
Yeah.
And you had to be a scientist.
Well, what kind of scientist will I be?
Yeah. What would you want to research?
An astrophysicist, that's what I would
Of course
be.
you fucking would, you nerd.
Yes, I would.
Wait.
Because space is the coolest shit around.
Space is pretty cool. But I mean, just physics, no.
Why don't you tell the world about your cool number fact?
Oh, which one?
The one the longest number, the one that's so big.
Oh, Graham's number.
Yeah.
Graham's number is so big that all of the atoms, the whole size of the universe, basically, you can't write it down. There's not enough atoms in the universe to be able
Does
to
it not
write it
depend
down.
on the size of your handwriting?
No, as in, like, literally, if you, like, wrote it out in atoms, there's not enough atoms in the world,
But
in the universe to, like,
Question.
describe it.
How do we know how many atoms there are in the universe?
Oh,
In
Known
the
universe, the
observable universe.
Yeah, observable / known universe. That's
Why
a,
is it called?
Damn good one, though.
It's the guy that came up with this
the
number
guy
called
found
Graham.
it, and it's some really weird thing to do with like how many vertices you have to travel across in a 4x8 cube to get the shortest route or something like that. It's a really weird sounding.
It sounds a bit like when
thing.
Matthew McConaughey was falling through time and space in that movie.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
I don't know what that is.
You mean in
I don't know that reference.
film, Interstellar?
Interstellar, yeah.
I never. I
Yeah.
don't like space movies.
So
What's wrong with
similar.
you?
It doesn't sound like that, but when that started happening in that movie, it just completely lost me. And that's similar to just there when you were explaining.
Oh yeah,
that Graham's
I have no idea what
number.
you just said.
No.
Yeah, so there are some. There's like I did it in maths one time, and it's basically like it's like graph theory. So when you have to go across like a graph, and he says like problem solving, like how many.
Is it like
the
a
shortest-
tangent to a circle?
Kind of. It's like the shortest route between having to go through so many
Okay.
points on like
I see.
a bunch of nodes and vertices that come across each other.
I've
See,
no idea
Jamie,
what
if
you
you
said.
were here, if you had brought your usual supplies, you could draw us a diagram.
I could join,
But you didn't bring
But
the
also,
supplies.
we're on an
Yes, sir.
audio platform.
But I could put it on the Instagram.
That's true.
It's good. I think you should post the fact of what Graham's number is
Okay.
on your Instagram.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, find the number.
Okay.
No, you can't
Not
find the
now.
number.
It can't be written
It can't
down,
be
Carrie.
written
It's the whole
down.
point.
Yeah, but surely we can have like.
She's just not getting this.
No, hang on. Surely you can have like the first, 20 digits and then ...
You can't have dot.
You can.
No, 'cause
It's Graham.
No,
number.
it's like how pi. It's not just 3.14, is it? It's like 3.1427, blah blah blah.
How many digits have they found pi to?
I don't know.
It's like 9 trillion.
That's
What?
just stupid.
It helps.
That's mental.
Do you know what?
Mental.
My mind does not expand. I've considered
That's why you
myself.
don't. This is why you don't like space,
I
because you just
consider
can't grasp
myself.
large
No,
numbers.
I don't dislike space. I don't like space movies. There's a difference.
Carrie, you did have pink hair.
Oh, there we go.
Sorry, complete aside.
Anyway,
Second
So-
last episode.
I consider myself an open-minded person,
Right.
but I just cannot grasp that someone has done all this maths and found this crazy, like 900 trillion long number, when someone could literally just be like, oh guys, the next number in this sequence is 5.
You can't just do that.
So I gave a recruitment talk today to this group called the University of the Third Age. Sounds very culty, it's not. It's just
Are you sure?
It's just, is it like 60 plus?
Well,
old?
they,
65?
I think they have some people that are in their 50s as well.
Okay.
But it's basically a big organisation around the UK, and they have lots of centres, and retired folk meet up and discuss their interests, basically.
Cool.
So I went to one tonight, this afternoon. That was a science group, and I went to speak to them about my trial and the work that I do, to try and recruit some of them. And then, so that was for an hour, and then in the second hour, they would have one of their members come up and talk about stuff that they'd seen in the news. So this guy spent about half an hour talking about quantum physics
Sick.
and something to do with black holes and all this shit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and like the thing is, everyone there is also participating and talking about why bitcoins are better and how it's all about encryption and like all this shit, and I'm sitting there like, what? What the fuck is going on? Like, I had no idea.
You should
what they
broaden
were
your
talking
horizons into the more technological.
Quantum. I have a book about a guy who mixes a lot of quantum physics with biology, so maybe I'll read it.
But you know, that's really nice because it's like, you know, when you're young and you take education for granted a little bit, where you're like, oh, such an effort to have to do this. But then that's all them just like really enjoying using their brains.
Yeah.
That's so lovely.
It's really nice. It was actually.
I really like that.
It was a really cool little group meeting. Actually. Yeah. They were all just so interested.
Yeah.
In the quantum.
Yeah.
How interested were they in what you were talking about?
Very interested.
Okay.
It's all very relevant to them because it's about preventing aging. So.
Very interesting.
I was going to say you never answered the question, but it's astrophysics.
Yeah, I did. Exactly. Astrophysics is the one. Big numbers, cool things in space.
Mhm. Such a nerd.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't like space movies.
No space movies at all.
I like The Martian.
What about Space Jam?
I've never watched Space Jam.
What?
Sorry.
What?
Okay, you should know this about me by now. Most classic movies that everyone's seen, I probably haven't seen.
You used to watch Space
Yeah,
Jam.
and then like
though.
a lot of really good TV shows that have come out you also haven't seen. She hasn't watched Killing Eve yet.
What's
Has anyone
that?
else not? Oh god. Demelza? No, I'm the only one. The only one. It was BBC's second most watched TV show last year.
I know, it's on my list. I just haven't got around to seeing it yet.
It's so good.
Is that the one what that woman won a BAFTA for as well?
It's
Or
the
lots
one
of
with
BAFTA
Christina
nominees.
Wu. Right?
Who's that?
It's not Woo.
Christina Wong? Am I just being racist?
You are being racist.
It's okay. It's my own, like, yellow people.
It's your own culture.
It's my own culture, yeah.
Okay, there you go.
That's a much better way to say it. The one from Grey's Anatomy.
Who's that?
Sandra Oh. Oh my god, it's so wrong. Her name's Christina in Grey's Anatomy. That's where you were coming from. But the actress's name is Sandra Oh.
Okay.
Oh, good God, Carrie.
Anyway, her.
Lord, give me strength.
Listen, should we just talk about some science now?
Okay, fine.
Jamie, are you ready for some science?
Of course I am.
Okay. We are kicking off episode 1 of season 2 with a topic that might go in inappropriate directions as per the nature of this podcast. We are talking about sex.
Woo!
If you're under 18 and you feel this may be inappropriate for you,
No, you just listen carefully, didn't you, really?
that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah, you would
this
listen
might be a very educational episode.
That you speaking there, I just had like a flashback of the man who introduces Big Brother.
Oh,
You know, the big boomy voiceover guy?
Yeah.
I felt like you were channeling him.
okay. I don't watch Big Brother, so I wasn't, but
He's like, tonight in
Was
the
he not?
Big Brother house.
That was not.
all right.
I don't know if you were trying to do his accent or not, but it wasn't.
You
It
sound
wasn't
more like
coming
the
out.
voiceover man in X Factor, the one that does the tonight on X Factor.
You both just sound like yourself.
maybe.
Yeah,
Wait, I did not sound Irish at all there. What are you talking about?
oh, you just
So
Sorry.
Okay. Back to the sex. The
So,
science, the science, the sexy science.
I am going to read out the title of this paper, and then I
Okay.
want you to forget all about it because it's awful.
Okay.
God, yeah, it is pretty. Wait, I thought you were doing the other one.
The Parkinson's one?
Yeah.
No, this one's more interesting.
Oh, I thought you were. Oh, okay.
So, this paper it was published very recently in the end of March 2019 it was published. This paper is called The Safety and Pharmacokinetics... let me start again. Safety and Pharmacokinetics of Single-Dose Novel Oral Androgen 11-beta-methyl-19-nortestosterone 17-beta-dodecylcarbonate in men.
Wow.
Now,
So-
forget I ever said any of that.
Okay, so basically we're talking about sex, right?
Yeah, pretty
Okay,
much.
there we go.
Yeah.
That's all we need to know.
That's exactly
So
what
let's
sex
just
is.
carry on with that.
Yeah.
I heard the word testosterone and parts of that.
So, this is big news, guys. Big news. It was in the news, which is where I found it.
Well, I can see how something that catchy will get into the news.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, a male contraceptive pill
Oh.
has passed safety trials. And this is the paper that
Is
talks
this-
about it.
Just human safety trials.
Human safety trials.
Just
He's
checking.
like, wait, it doesn't count if it was in mice.
So I thought you might ask that. So I read up on all the trials, the phases of a clinical trial.
Yep.
This is a phase 1 trial, and all clinical trials have 5 phases. Nope, there's 6 phases. One of them is preclinical. So in the preclinical phase is when it's in non-human subjects. So
Okay.
most of the other papers you would have heard us talking about before, where it's cell work or animal work.
Yeah.
Phase 1, which is what this paper is looking at the pharmacokinetics and the half-life. So how long the drug lasts in your body and sort of how it works.
How potent it is over
Kind
time.
of. That's coming more later. Sorry, this is phase 0, people, not phase 1. Phase 0. And this is
We're
not...
off to a good start.
It's going very well.
Hey, if this is not what you came to this podcast for, then
You're in the wrong place.
yeah. So phase 0 is done in approximately 10 people. So it's a very, very small thing.
Yeah.
They're just basically looking to see how long it lasts in your body, pretty much.
Okay.
That is quite a few people, or
Te-
quite small people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it goes into phase 1. So this is what this paper is. Phase 1 is that now they're using healthy volunteers. They're looking at the safety of the drug, and they're usually testing multiple doses. And this is done in a range of 20 to 100 volunteers, and it usually has about a 70% success rate. So-
70%?
Yeah. So that 70% then goes on to phase 2. Phase 2 now uses patients with a specific disease. They are looking at efficacy.
Efficacy.
What's efficacy?
It means if
How
it
good it is.
Yeah, basically if it does the job they want it to do.
Yeah. Efficacy and any side effects. And this is usually done in 100 to 300 patients with that specific disease. And drugs at this phase normally have a 33% success rate. That 33% will then go on to phase 3. This is very similar to phase 2, but now they do it in between 300 to 3,000 patients.
It's a lot. Sorry, just quickly.
Yeah.
When you said this has a 33% success rate and
Yeah.
these 33% go on to do this,
Yeah.
what does that
Yeah.
mean?
So I think it basically means that 33% of drugs that get to that phase will pass.
Oh,
And
that
they
makes a lot
take
more
it on
sense.
to the next
I thought you meant like the 33% of drugs that people took
Yeah.
are now passed through and then just go on to the next bit.
Yeah.
no,
So
no,
when
no.
you said 70% pass phase 1,
Yeah.
that means 70% of drugs pass phase 1.
Yeah.
So they go on to phase 2.
So 70% of drugs at phase 1 are considered to be safe enough in healthy volunteers to then go on to diseased patients.
Yeah. So basically 7 of every 10 drugs
Yeah.
that they try
Yeah.
will go on to phase 2.
Yeah. So then there's phase 2, then it goes on to phase 3, which is 300 to 3,000 patients. This has a 25 to 30% success rate. So actually, if you think about how much it gets filtered down at each phase and how low the success rates are,
It's quite
not
low.
many
It's a lot.
drugs actually get through to market.
No.
Because the final phase, phase 4, is post-marketing surveillance. So now it's available to the public, and they're just looking into research of long-term effects, and it is given to whoever may wish to take this drug.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
I have many questions coming up, which
That's
I hope
like
you're
what
going to answer.
happened with motilium and being associated with bowel cancer.
What's motilium?
The one you take for nausea.
Oh, yeah.
But I think it got disproven.
That it
If
doesn't
I'm allowed
cause
to
bowel
use that
cancer.
word. Yes.
That's good. Do any of your questions apply to anything now?
I'm going to wait to see if you answer them or not.
Okay.
And then I'll probably carry
Oh,
on.
so patient.
All right.
I probably should write them down.
Such
I
a
have
good
my
guess,
paper and
but
pen.
You don't have your pen.
Okay, so this is a phase 1 trial on this male contraceptive pill. I'm probably going to be referring to Silent Demelza a lot because her thesis was about hormones. So she knows a lot more about this stuff than me. Also, it might be like a little mini Viva for you.
What's a Viva?
So
Ooh, good question.
A Viva is when you come to the end of your PhD, and it's basically you and 2 to 3 examiners, and they will basically question you on every single thing that you have done in your thesis.
It's called a defense because you're defending the work you've done for the last 3 years.
Rather than just writing down what other people have said and
Yeah.
you have to
So-
And it's to
show
kind
people
of
what you
prove that
know,
you did it yourself. If you can argue it, then...
In the rest of the world, it's called a defense. In the UK, it's a Viva. Because apparently we like to do things differently. Like, leave the EU.
Has to be mentioned once, didn't it? Has to come up.
Anywho, right, so this trial, let me give you some background information
I am
on
excited.
what we have at the moment. So, globally, the rate of unintended pregnancy is 40%.
So that means
quite good.
that of all pregnancies, 40% of them are unintentional.
Yeah, they're accidents. Which actually, I thought that was quite high. 40% is really high.
It's high, but not shocking.
It's not shocking, but it is high. Yeah. But then, because I was like, oh, that's a lot. But then if I think back to all the people I know who were accidents, not that shocking.
Hello.
Many. Everybody,
I was an accident.
yeah, everybody has an accident in their family, I feel.
Yeah. You were planned? Demelza, were you planned?
My brother was defo an accident. He came
The
10 years
baby.
later.
That's me. 12 years. Do you know what I was saying? So my parents once lovingly told me that if they'd found out about me sooner, I may not be here today. And
Hellaciously brutal from your
That's
parents, right
so
there.
dark.
That was great.
the thing is, right, so then I was thinking about it, and I was like, to be fair, 12 years after your last kid in your 40s, and your periods just don't come anymore, you probably think you're going through menopause. You're not going to think you're pregnant.
Settling in for the long haul, and they're like,
Which is probably why my mum found out about me so late.
They're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
not again.
Fucking hell.
Right, yes, I mean, half this room were unintentional pregnancies.
There you go.
So 40%.
Yeah.
So basically, this is like, obviously, there's this real unmet need for contraceptions. Most contraception is for females. The only contraceptive methods for males right now is condoms, which no one likes, and have high user failure rates, as they put it. Basically, it says on the box 99%, but that's only if you use it properly, which most people don't.
That makes sense.
There you go.
And also, my favourite fact that I've learned from this paper is the other contraceptive method for men is called coitus interruptus. Can anyone
pulling
tell?
out?
Yeah.
Yes, score 1 for Jamie.
God, Jamie, do you speak Latin?
No?
That's what that is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's cunnilingus Latin as well.
Kind of
Yeah.
2 Latin words I don't know.
Fellatio.
Fellatio.
That's also Latin. Yeah.
So condoms and coitus interruptus. It is my favourite thing that I've ever learned, in fact maybe this whole year, that there is a scientific term for pulling out.
My friend used to refer to it as the CIE method, but I can't remember why.
CIE.
Yeah, can you fact check that, Demelza?
Come in everything else.
No.
Nah, it doesn't really have a ring to it. Google contraception, the CIE method. I think it's something Irish.
I don't think it's come.
The C is going to be come, surely.
What are the words for come?
No, it's
other
not
than beginning
coming
with C?
Coitus?
The coitus interruptus. Education.
Excavation.
Evacuation.
Oh, maybe.
No, surely it's ejaculation.
Oh.
You could be onto something there.
Coitus interruptus
No,
ejaculation.
Demelza's saying no. Okay, no.
Okay, I think your friend
Never
made it
mind.
up.
I'll go ask her. It's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, so these are the two main methods that we have for male, and even then, they're not really male-only methods. They both.
Oh, well, I'm
relate.
sure women don't pull out. Like, that's not a thing.
No, I can't really be, can it?
That's true. Okay.
You can like shuffle.
Yeah, we could. No, to be fair, you could sort of be like, nope. No, for a woman, it wouldn't be pulling out. You'd be like taking out.
Yeah.
The takeout method.
Evacuating.
Yeah. Or like
The evacuating method.
yeah.
There you go.
Or the removal.
But yeah, I'm not really okay with any of those. But anyway, continue.
Anyway, there's also the extreme method you can think about, which is vasectomies, which are reversible, but not
Are
always.
they?
I thought they were not reversible.
They're reversible, but it's not always successful.
Oh,
I think there's quite a high failure rate for vasectomies. Could you look that up for me, please? Thank you, Sergeant Demelza. But a lot of men, after they've had however many kids, will often go through a vasectomy. So they
Like in Cheaper by the Dozen.
yeah.
yeah.
And what's the main reason for having a vasectomy? To cheat on your wife. I just made that up.
Oh.
I thought that was
That
a
was-
fact.
yeah,
I thought
that
Jamie
was-
was bringing facts to the
That
table.
was so convincing.
Oh God.
But I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? Really.
men are
I feel
dogs.
like the only way to definitely not get caught is to not impregnate someone else.
I mean, there's other ways to
There's
not get
definitely
caught.
a lot of other ways to get caught.
Yeah, okay. But if you're just good with it, you know,
Yeah.
if you're quite good at it, that's only one way.
Silent another fact. Oh,
God.
shit.
So more and more the
Right.
veins that were cut like shrivel up and stuff. It'd be harder and harder to attach them.
Don't they cut the vas difference?
Oh, not vein. I meant the connector,
The tube.
the joinery tube for
Yeah.
Yeah.
semen.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
basically, vasectomy, a lot of people will make rash decisions to get a vasectomy, but it's not a good idea if you ever want children. Basically, the main goal that we want with male contraceptives, there's three main effects that we want. One, we want spermatogenesis, so the production of sperm, to be suppressed, but we want that to be reversible.
Mm-hmm.
2, we want to suppress the production of testosterone from your testicles.
Okay.
3,
And does that make me more
Less man.
less man?
man.
Less man.
Yeah.
Less man.
Yeah.
3,
We shouldn't say that.
we want, yeah, we shouldn't. Less,
Less hormonal.
yeah,
There you go.
less male.
More timid.
Not
Anyway,
necessarily.
this is not a politically correct podcast. You did not come here for that.
No.
And 3, we want to maintain the normal effects of the hormones that you would have anyway. You don't really want to change too much about someone's body.
So you just want to change. You're aiming for just testosterone
To be-
and this sperm count,
Exactly.
and then nothing
Well,
else should change
yeah.
at this other point.
And lowering the testosterone would
Do
lower
the same
your
thing.
sperm count.
Oh, so is that a is that is that a knock-on effect of the testosterone decrease? Is the sperm production, or is it this also reduces sperm production and testosterone, and then the reduction of testosterone also adds on to the
Yeah.
reduction of that?
Yeah. So just a quick thing about testosterone, I'm sure you know, it is the main male sex hormone. It is in the paper it said development of testicles. In my notes I've put development of balls. It's also to helps you increase muscle and bone mass and body hair.
I have hair.
You do. You're a very hairy man. But you don't have much muscle, so your testosterone is probably leveled out.
Just hurling the insults over here.
He's not exactly like jacked.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not gonna be
it's-
jacked. No,
it's
I don't go to the gym.
podcast. He could be jacked for all the podcast listeners now.
That's true.
If anyone is listening, I do have a 10-pack.
Soon to be 12.
Soon
It's
to be
just
12.
concealed.
Soon to be 12. Yeah, concealed behind the
It was
massive
12.
pizza.
It was 12 before the pizza.
Yeah. No, it's 10. My biceps are a foot.
In diameter.
Dwayne Johnson's biceps are probably like bigger than 30 inches.
30 inches? That's
Yeah.
just too big.
Dwayne Johnson's
29.
biceps are
So you mean
crazy.
30 centimetres, right? Just-
Oh, sorry, yeah.
30 inches! Have you
Dwayne
seen-
Johnson's biceps, I bet they're like 30 inches.
do you know people inject olive oil into their arms to make
You
like
said that
giant
really
muscles?
weird.
What?
Because it is really weird, that's
No,
why.
you
That's
said
fucked.
olive oil.
Olive oil.
Olive oil.
Olive
No,
oil.
how big are Dwayne Johnson's biceps? 20 inches!
What's that in centimeters? I'm from Europe.
45? 50. Yeah, 50 centimetres.
Whoa!
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah.
Are we talking like length?
No, circumference.
Sorry guys. Sorry.
What was I gonna say? There's also this, I can't remember what it's called. There's a chemical that people inject into their biceps and stuff as well, and
Creatine?
they like die from it. No,
No, that's to
it's
do
a
with,
type
like-
of oil, but it like solidifies and it gets toxic.
Oh.
It's like
It might
loads
be
of
that one. I've just said olive oil because it's an oil.
yeah, no. There's
Something like
loads of
that then.
cases of people that do it and then they get all fucked up and they don't even look good.
And isn't it true that women have some testosterone also?
Yeah,
And some men must have estrogen as well at the same
Yep.
time.
Yeah.
That,
Yep.
Yeah, and we have
Not
nipples.
some men. I'm pretty sure all men.
all men.
Oh, wait, that's what I meant.
Some
uh,
men just have more.
Also, yeah, that's very true. The ones who cry more. Anyway,
We're not here to peddle that kind of thing.
men also have nipples because we all start out as women.
Yeah, I love that
Exactly.
fact.
It's a great one, isn't it?
Because
We also all start out with a tail.
Ooh.
Yeah, we have a tail, and we grow into it.
So you know when you in India and stuff, when you get those babies that are born of tails and then they're worshipped like gods, is it just because their tail in the body didn't go away?
Yeah, they didn't grow into the tail.
Aww.
Yeah, because your spine starts out longer than you are, and then you grow like the length of it.
Oh shit.
So obviously they didn't grow long enough.
That's pretty cool.
That's kind of sad. Anyway, let's talk about the trial. So in the 1990s, there were some trials that were looking at testosterone injections. They were weekly, and they were found that they were fairly good. But the only problem is that if you use testosterone only contraception for males, basically you need a dose that's much, much higher than you would naturally have in your body. And then these can have bad side effects that you don't want. But these guys are saying if you combine testosterone with what's called progestin, you will it enhances this rate of suppression of your sperm production. Because of that, it allows you to have more normal doses of testosterone. So progestin is actually a current birth control method that's used by women. So you'll have a progesterone only pill or a combined pill. The combined pill has 2 different hormones in it, and progestin has 1. So it's that one that they're combining this testosterone with. So progestin is just a synthetic version of a hormone called progesterone, and that hormone it controls the menstrual cycle and pregnancy and yada yada yada.
Okay.
So basically they're saying let's mix these 2 together because other people have found that this makes it more effective. So they've come up with a drug, which very catchily is called 11-beta methyl 19-nortestosterone 17-beta dodecyl carbonate.
So it doesn't have a name yet then, like a real name?
No.
For short, 11 beta MNTDC.
Still not that catchy.
Still not great.
Still not.
So let's just call it the male pill.
The male pill.
Do you want to give it another name?
I want to try and give it another name.
Okay.
Like Vagisil, but testosterone.
Shall we call it Penisil?
Penisol.
Yeah.
Penisol it is.
Okay, Penisil.
But I'm pretty sure Sil. Okay, no, I'm getting too into it. Okay,
No,
Okay, wait.
it's
What's a
cream.
female pill? A female pill. Okay, let's go Regevidon. It's a pill.
I've never heard of that one.
Regevidon
I've
is
heard
a
like
pill.
Loggy Don or whatever it's called. Something like that.
No, like
That sounds really bad, doesn't it?
Microlite.
No, because the first one they give you is usually it is one that begins with M. No, not that one.
What should it end in, Alice?
I can't think of the pills.
Regevidon is one.
I've never heard of that one.
That's one that I was
Can we
taking.
call it like Semadon?
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Let's call it Semadon. That's a good one. All right. So they made Semadon. And by the way, Christina. Oh, maybe this is what I was thinking. I think this person's called Christina Wang. Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right, Christina Wang. If you make this and name it Semadon, we all need a cut.
I think you've really put yourself in there for it being called Semadon, isn't it, really?
Yeah. It's going to be called Semadon. It's a good name.
It sounds like a dinosaur, if I'm honest.
It does a bit, doesn't it?
It does, but I like
Yeah.
it. I like it nonetheless. And if it was dinosaur shaped, more men would take it.
There you go.
It's probably true.
Grown adult men who have sex.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So Semadon.
Yeah.
Another interesting fact. Data from across many cultures have basically found that, I want to know if you would agree with this, that men would actually prefer a male pill over any other form of contraception.
As in any other form of contraception that even a woman would take.
Yeah, so maybe...
Really?
No, as in maybe other methods. So compared to things like injections, implants,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
To a man or a woman.
to a man.
Yeah. So
To
pill.
themselves.
Pill.
But I bet you if they asked, would they prefer to not take anything at all, they'd say
course.
yes.
Of course.
Of course it is.
Okay, I also have another question. Do you think that men in general would be disciplined enough to take a pill every day?
Every day?
Yeah.
Because that's what the female pill is, right? You have to take
Oh,
a pill every
right.
single day.
I think
At
you
the
would
same
do,
time.
but then that's not the point in the female pill. I know it is, but it also isn't because you have to take it to, control periods and stuff, and you have to not take it for that while. Where surely men, they would just take it on a day they think they're going to get laid.
But then it wouldn't work.
But that's, yeah.
Oh, so it wouldn't work. So,
No.
okay, so you have to keep
So,
taking it.
Like the female pill, if you
Right.
don't take it.
You have to take it for a week before
Yeah.
you have sex.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like if that was the case, then yes.
Men would take it.
Yeah.
Because a part of me wonders if Because with women, the consequence of not taking contraception
More annoying.
is, yeah. Well, yeah.
To put it lightly.
It's a lot worse than for men. I mean, yeah, you might have to end up paying like child support, but there's so many ways to get away with that. And for the women, you have a baby.
Yeah.
So I do wonder if that's what motivates women to be much more efficient with contraception, or is it that it's just been drilled into us from the beginning that women are the ones that take care of contraception?
Well, arguably,
I think it's just taking the pill is just a thing that a lot of women do to control their periods, not just to, not have
there's
babies.
various reasons to
So
take it.
it's not just
Yeah,
that.
true. That's true.
You can also be taking it for your skin.
I used to take it with period pain.
Many reasons.
So I think
And
it's just
also,
get used to it.
arguably, women aren't that good at taking it sometimes.
That is true, especially at the same time.
At the same time as what?
You're meant to take it at the same time.
Oh, yeah,
every
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Oh,
Terrible,
yeah,
terrible.
definitely.
But I do think also at the same time though, I think the type of men that'll be really good at taking this would be people like bodybuilders who take supplements every day.
Also,
Interesting
famously,
theory.
some of the hottest people around are bodybuilders.
And they would probably get laid the most.
That's very objective. Subjective?
Objective.
Objective.
Subjective.
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 Okay,
Opinion. Subjective.
opinionated.
Subjective.
Yes.
But that's based on the subject.
I'm basing it
Subjective
on what you
is
assume.
like any opinion. Objective means there's a definitive way to do something.
Basically, I'm just saying I don't fancy
Or
bodybuilders.
if you're horrifically ill, / horrifically old, then also you're taking lots of pills every day.
Yeah, then you would also
You're good at
remember
it.
to take it.
Yeah.
So just the average person would.
But arguably, if you're horrifically ill or horrifically old, you might not be getting laid that much. Arguably.
You're always prepared. So that's all that matters, isn't it, really? It's like why did men even shave their testicles? For that one time they might get blowy. Like, that's just the only reason.
That's
you know
just
what?
preparation.
Yeah.
Do you know what though?
that's-
Shaving your balls, does that not get
Well, not-
really like,
Itchy.
like ball
Not
skin's
itchy, but
kind of
like-
Not,
like,
not just balls, like
Lovely.
the whole area.
yeah.
bleeding
But you
everywhere, no?
specifically said testicles.
Yeah, I just meant
The whole-
The general area.
The whole genital area.
Yeah, the general area. Manscaping.
So if you're shaving your balls, do you have to like stretch out your ball skin?
No,
Really?
really no.
But like...
Doesn't it get caught up in the razor?
No,
I feel really
What do
weird
you
right
mean?
now. Hang on.
Because like...
Because it's all like floppy and.
No, because normally, what's the word?
I love it. This has turned into a lesson on how to manscape.
Yeah.
They wouldn't be dangly. It'd be all shriveled up and like
Yeah.
toit.
So you have to do it when it's
Tweet.
cold.
Yeah, but I think because the action of doing it or just doing that,
Oh,
so
will make it shrivel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Balls are weird. Alright, okay, should we go on to the trial now?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we should talk about balls for longer.
I'm sure it'll come up. So, okay, so this was a phase 1 trial. It was double blinded, so no one knew what dose you were on, what you were taking, and the person administering the drug also didn't know what they were giving. And they did a single dose escalating study. So like I said earlier, in phase 1, they will usually test multiple doses, which is what they were doing here. So these guys were looking for healthy men aged 18 to 50 years old, and they were generally very healthy. And during the whole study, they were asked to not drink any alcohol or grapefruit juice, and any other medications. So I looked this up.
Mm-hmm.
Grapefruit juice can increase absorption of quite a few drugs.
I've heard that
Yeah.
before.
So they were asked to avoid grapefruit juice because obviously that might affect how well because they're testing absorption rates as well. So they asked them not to do
Is
it.
that what
Interesting.
alcohol does, or does alcohol do something different to your drugs in your body?
I think alcohol might just metabolize your drugs differently.
I think it's to do with dehydration as well.
Yeah. Why
And
you're
your
asked not
liver.
to take alcohol with medication. I know one of the reasons that with antibiotics they always tell you not to take alcohol. There's
Yeah.
only actually 1 or 2 that's affected by alcohol.
Yeah.
It's mostly so that you don't throw it up again.
Oh, okay.
I think it's probably something to do with your liver.
Because a lot of drugs are damaging on your liver.
And so is alcohol.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think all these theories make sense.
Yes.
All right. So they enrolled 12 participants in the end. And like we said, in a phase 1, it's usually 20 to 100 people. So these guys didn't have that many, but this was probably what they needed. 10 people were given the active drug and 2 were given a placebo. The placebo was a pill that looked exactly the same, but it contained castor oil and benzoate, which I looked it up, and it's just it's sometimes used as insect repellent. I don't know why it's got that in it, but
Pesticide.
Yeah.
Maybe it was used in the other tablet as well.
Maybe.
Like a vehicle.
Yeah.
You're
You're so smart, Alice.
Question. Why was there only 2 controls? That's a bit weird.
There's a random amount of controls, maybe.
That's weird.
Well, I think they tested 5 doses, so they had 2 people at each.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Although everyone took the same. I don't know.
Okay. Go on.
All right. So the way they did it. So they also wanted to compare how the drug was absorbed when you fasted and when you weren't fasted. So, for example, we all know if you're taking painkillers, you should be having it with a meal, because otherwise it won't get taken up by your body as efficiently. And if you have a sensitive stomach like myself, you might end up vomiting.
Okay.
One time I took some supplements on an empty stomach and I was throwing up all day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not nice.
Right, so on the fasted one, they were fasting for at least 8 hours beforehand. Now, this blew my mind a little bit, and it'll become relevant later as well. On the days that they were asked to eat something before taking the pill, it was a breakfast that contained 50% fat, and it ranged between 800 to 1,000 calories.
Cool, because breakfast should be your large meal of the day.
Well, I mean, but 1,000 calories for breakfast that's 50% fat is a lot.
50% fat is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons they were looking at that is because fat is considered, it has been shown to be able to help with absorption and possibly increase absorption and all that kind of stuff. So it's that's what they wanted to look at. But a 1,000 calorie breakfast is huge. They pretty much had to have a fry up every time they had this.
Excellent. That sounds amazing.
I mean, probably most men were pretty okay with that.
Probably. 1,000 calories is a lot for breakfast, though. Especially if these were men that if they're the type of people that never had breakfast normally.
Yeah.
Does it say that?
No, it doesn't say anything like that. But 1,000 calories is a lot. So then once they would give them the drug, they would keep them in the research unit for 24 hours, after which they would obviously keep checking their health, making sure they were stable. And they would take lots of blood samples again to make sure they're all stable and get lots of data from them. Yada, yada, yada. The way the dosage escalation was done was that, all participants were studied first with a fasting dose, and then 1 to 2 weeks later they had the same dose but with food, and then they would be reviewed to see if they were fine, and they had a big safety review, and then they would go up, or they would change dose, and then do it all again. I bet these people were paid a fucking bomb for this trial as well. Right, so the results are really, really simple.
Wait, before this. Did they just jizz in a cup, like, every week?
So, they
question.
don't give us any information about how the sperm was affected. It might be another paper that's going to come out later.
Interesting.
But they haven't, in this paper, they haven't told us.
Because this is just safety and efficacy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so this
Oh, no,
isn't
no,
to do with
not
how...
efficacy.
This is safety.
Just safety.
There is a little bit of a molecular bit about receptors and all that, but I'm not talking about that today.
Okay.
So this is more about how safe it is, not about how it works or not?
Yeah, this is about tolerance.
I see.
Yeah.
Was that in the title?
Yeah, safety and pharmacokinetics. The pharmacokinetics bit I'm not really going to talk about because it gets really jargony and I don't really understand it completely myself either.
It's just like how different
Yeah,
drugs
and
work
that
together
bit's not
and
really
stuff.
that interesting anyway.
Doesn't sound it. Do you know what's really interesting though? Sex.
That is really interesting.
Fascinating.
So, results. All doses were well tolerated, which is great.
Nice.
There were no serious adverse effects, but I did take a picture of all the adverse effects that they report because they didn't give it in the paper, so I had to go hunt for it in the supplementary data.
Can't wait for this. There's going to be some great ones
Yeah.
to do, isn't
And
there?
some of them, interesting.
Is it like
but-
penis enlargement? Or
One-
decrease in
Or
size?
penis shrinkage.
Yeah.
One significant one that I will say is that 5 of the 10 subjects, they had a weight gain of more than 4 kilos.
Is that a lot?
It's over half a stone.
Okay, yes.
So
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
have
2.2 pounds.
2 comments about this. One, which they also mentioned, it could be because of these breakfasts that they're having.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Yeah. Which they also mention here as well.
Mm-hmm.
2, it is a widely known fact that women will gain weight. No? Loads of women gain weight on the pill.
Yeah, but it's like water retention, and not everybody does it.
And
it's not
some
4
people-
kilos.
Some women really do. Some really don't.
Okay, well, anyway, it's a side effect that you do see in women.
It is. Yeah, it is a side
But
effect.
if it's half and half, then that makes sense because this was 5 out of the 10 men.
Yeah, that does.
But I don't know if it'd be 4 kilos.
Yeah, that and plus the
I'd
eating
say,
of the.
I think when I came off the pill, I lost about 3 kilos instantly. Whether that's water weight or actual just weight, I don't know.
Did they hint at whether this was water weight or like body composition at all or anything? No, they should have stuck
Body
them on the
body
tomato.
composition didn't change, as far as I'm aware.
The whole eating 1,000 calories for breakfast with 50% of it being fat must have increased their weight
Oh,
in
100%.
some way.
100%.
So on top of that, then
Unless they
some
were
of that-
already eating that.
Yeah,
which
and
is
also
unlikely.
it's hard to tell as well because we don't know what they were eating for the rest of the day. So they could have actually just eaten less.
Yeah. Or these people could have been having just a granola bar for breakfast before. Or they could have been
Yeah.
eating fry up every day before.
Yeah,
No idea.
exactly. We don't know.
Lots of
Right, so
unknowns.
some of the side effects that they had, which by the way, I will also say that happens a lot on the female pill, which is already on the market. 6 adverse events were upper respiratory infection, which is a bit weird. Maybe it was done in the winter.
Weird.
2 of them got acne.
Common. Or no, not
No,
common.
not
with the
common.
pill.
For the pill, it would go the opposite way. Because for the female pill, it makes a lot of people's skin better.
Depending on the pill. My skin arguably got worse.
Oh, really?
Mm.
One person had a cold sore. They had herpes simplex lesion on mouth.
I like how they specify on mouth.
We had 2 people that had headaches. 2 people that had chest discomfort.
Oh God.
Someone had a dry eye. Can you
Dry
stop
eye.
spoilers?
Sorry.
A dry eye.
Guess what
Yeah.
the next one is.
Someone had a motor vehicle accident.
Well, that was a side effect.
But you have to report
You have
these
to
things in
report.
science. Can you say for certain that it was not related to a study product? No, you can't.
One person had one of their molars broke.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is
So-
so not relevant.
I know.
You
But
have to report these
yeah,
things.
you have to report it. One person got anemia.
Well, they got anemia.
Yep.
Can you just get anemia?
Yeah, it's just your iron levels going
It
down.
develops. Like,
Oh, I
yeah.
see. So not like
It's not a disease.
I know it's not a disease, but I thought either you,
Had it or you didn't.
yeah, you kind of,
Yeah.
that was a thing that you had.
This one person, their feet swelled.
Okay.
One person
Weird.
had a skin abrasion on their right knee. This was probably the person in the car accident that just scraped it on the door.
So funny.
One person had a weight gain of 5 kilos.
One person having a broken neck.
We've
Also
seen
from a car.
increased libido and decreased libido, which both also seen on the female pill. Especially, I must say, do you know what? Every single person I know who's had the implant, their libido has died. Completely died.
Died?
No, completely
Died. Gone.
Like, to the point where they didn't even want their boyfriends to come near them. They just didn't even want to hug them.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, that
I
doesn't
don't-
sound very
That's
nice.
just like I have no love anymore, not even like I
Yeah.
have sex.
Like,
I
I
don't-
am now made of stone.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who's had a good experience on the implant.
Is this penis shrinkage?
No.
No, it's
Alright,
better.
so there's some normal ones before. So one person had pain where they got venipuncture, but they got blood taken, obviously. One person got insomnia. One person had blood in stools after digital rectal exam.
So
Why did they have a digital rectal exam? Wait, was it an exam or was
Basically,
it?
this poor bloke's doctor was just a little bit rough when he was giving him a prostate check.
Oh.
One person got a bee sting. Do you have to report that? That's just nature.
That strikes me as a bit far.
Yeah.
But
I like that,
you
though.
do generally have to report everything.
One person had muscle pain after weightlifting. You go, dude. You had a great workout. One person had an upset stomach, fatigue. Another person had multiple mosquito bites. And we had one report of a fever. So,
God, Jesus.
sorry.
Throwing furniture all over the place.
But as far as side effects go,
That's pretty normal.
all pretty tame. Especially if you consider, correct me if I'm wrong, Demelza, I might have just heard this on Facebook. There was a clinical trial on the male contraceptive pill a few years ago, and they ended up with a couple of people being infertile,
Wow.
Some of the men had really bad depression and even felt suicidal. I think one person even committed suicide.
That sounds a bit extreme.
So you're gonna have to find this, Demelza. I might have just made that up,
Suicide pills.
but I'm pretty sure. Yep. So just a final bit of stuff with the food. Basically, they found that when they gave them this drug with the high-fat meal, they found much higher doses of it in their blood compared to fasting. So if you have it with a meal, it seems to increase absorption, which might mean that later on you can prescribe a lower dose rather than using the high doses.
I see. Okay.
So that is pretty much it.
So what you're saying is that soon, inside vending machines in men's toilets, there's going to be a pill that's half Semadon and half Viagra. Because that is surely where this is going, in this direction.
Yeah, but you need to have been taking it for a week.
Oh, bollocks, yeah. Shit. Surely one day there'll be an instant one, like this day.
Maybe.
I mean, that's like the morning after pill. But you'd have to do the morning of pill. So
Yeah.
you'd have to predict
But do you know
if
what?
you were going to get laid.
You'd have to be one confident person to go out and be like, tonight I'm getting laid.
No, because lucky you bring a condom in your wallet, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's
It would
not
depend on how long in advance you could take. If you could just like be like, you know, about to go and take it, and it would work.
Oh, this would work in your favour because you'd be like, I've only got 4 hours left of non making you pregnant. So.
Yeah, yeah.
So, Jamie, as a man, what do you
Yes.
think? Do you think that if a male contraceptive pill came out, realistically, do you think it would be something that men would be like, oh yeah, I'll take that, or because we're so used to just the woman doing it that they would sort of be like reluctant to do it?
I think the men would get on board. I think boyfriends less so, single men more so.
Really?
I would have thought the other way around.
Me too.
Why? Because in a...
But you're a man, so you know better. But
'Cause-
the reason I would have thought the other way around would be because, like, maybe this is a bit cynical, but like a boyfriend might be more like, okay, well, I understand that if this happens, if you get pregnant, we're in it together, so be more invested in it not happening. Whereas if you're just sleeping around, I guess you might not care as much.
Because also, if you're just sleeping around, do you really want to be taking a pill every day when you're not guaranteed sex? Because
Depends.
for women,
That's what some women do.
That is what women do.
true.
But as I said before,
Lots of women.
women's things do other things as well. So it's not just for that.
Yeah.
So is why.
But a
it's
lot of
useful
people
side
use it.
effect.
A lot of people do use it just for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, true.
But I think they would, because you'd be like, I don't want to have any of that sort of crappy hassle about taking condoms round or.
But is it not
this.
more of a hassle to take a pill every day than to carry a condom in your pocket? Also, guys, can we please remember that only the condom protects from STIs?
And not even always.
If you're using the pill as your contraception on nights out, also use condoms.
I forgot about that bit.
Because if you get super gonorrhea, it's not my fucking fault.
And therefore,
Sex
no one's,
education.
no
with
one's
Mama
gonna,
Kim.
no one's gonna take it. So therefore, it's only for boyfriends.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, do you see?
I see that now.
Do you kind of, yeah.
Yeah, because if you're gonna take one, you don't have one. Why would you use the other one anyway?
I just wonder, like, maybe I'm being too cynical about men, but there is a part of me that just wonders if we're so used to the woman being the one to fuck with their body to make sure they don't get pregnant that men just won't be on board with something like this.
Oh, yeah. I don't think. I would like to think that people wouldn't think that. But that's just my own.
You are
mind.
one man.
I am one man of
One
many.
man, yeah.
So
You're also
yeah.
in a room full of women, so you
I
may
am.
be feeling
Also-
slightly pressured to answer.
Even if I would like to think that I'd be a very honest person, anyways.
Okay,
I
that's
would
good.
also give my honest opinion,
Good.
Yeah.
good.
whether that would upset you guys or not.
That's what we like here at Late
Unless I
Night.
may get beaten up afterwards,
Yeah.
you know, for the viewers, such as sorry listeners. Get it right,
Listeners.
listeners.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the paper.
Cool.
Thoughts, opinions. You had loads of questions. Did I answer?
There
any
are some of them, yes. Another one I had. Does it change the amount you would ejaculate?
Oh.
Ooh.
Because by the sounds
Yeah,
of it,
does
would
it
do.
affect sexual performance at all? That'd be a good
Oh
outcome.
yeah, in any way.
Yeah. I
Because
mean,
one increased libido, one decreased libido.
yeah, they haven't said they didn't say anything about actual if they were able to get erect or not.
Didn't say like more bonerific or anything like that.
The scientific term. I believe that's also Latin.
I don't know. Demelza's gonna look it up to see if. there's
Because, like you're
anything.
saying, the implant made that nice anecdotal evidence you had there
Yeah.
of those two people that turned into stone.
I see.
Yeah, I don't know. Do
Men
you
would
know
be
what?
so pissed off if that happened.
I just wonder if
I feel.
all the side effects they're getting from this is going to be enough to stop it, though. Because isn't there all that, I heard that if the female pill...
Oh, it wouldn't pass.
Yeah, if
trials
it was
now.
made now, it wouldn't pass trials.
But that's the one that can give you blood clots. Is the really dangerous one.
Oh, is there only one?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's either. Is it just progesterone or is it the combined one? One of them.
I would assume it's the combined.
I think the combined one is blood clots. Progesterone only increases your risk of something through your bones.
Osteoporosis or something.
Could be, yeah.
I think I've heard that.
Yeah.
Sure, having a baby increases your risk of that too.
Yeah, true. We're all fucked, basically.
We're such positive human beings.
Do you know what? I found this... Look, my friend Lucy sent me this online gallery of this woman giving a home birth. And she had...
Oh, I've seen it too.
Yeah, she
Is
had...
she in a river?
No, it's in her
What?
house.
Is that
Oh
home?
no, this lady gives birth in a river.
Oh. Anyway.
Did it flow down?
Oh
No,
my
but-
god.
But like,
Shit,
all-
we lost it. We lost it.
No.
goes flying down.
And like the pictures were beautiful. They were really great pictures, but also, fuck no, fuck that. I'm not having a baby.
I saw, like people get like a plaster cast thing of the baby's feet.
Yeah.
Someone got a plaster cast then in metal, like when they pour the metal on it to make it to like a
Oh my
mold
God.
of their placenta.
Would you eat your placenta?
Fuck no.
Oh, you gotta fry it. Get like a
You don't
sushi.
fry it. You get it made into pate.
No, you get a sous chef next to you, like as you give birth, and like quick, fry it.
That's
Throw
not-
it in there, like.
What do you think it
dash
tastes
in,
like?
Clip it.
Apparently, it's like
I like pate.
I can't even talk about it.
Put it inside a duck.
No.
And then have it.
Put it in the bin where it's meant to go.
Take some stem cells out first from your umbilical cord, and then put it in the bin.
Yeah.
What could you do with it?
The
As
stem
in, like,
cells.
oh no, you not for yourself then, for someone else.
The stem cells.
Yeah.
If you got your stem cells from the umbilical cord, you can store them, and then later on, if something happens to your kid,
Or
they
you.
can use those. I don't think it's you. I think it's specific
No,
to
they're
your kid.
specific to
yeah.
your child.
Oh, cool.
They
That's
can
pretty
use
cool.
those later on.
I like that.
That's the thing. I think because this is a phase 1 trial, they were literally just looking at safety.
Yeah.
And then in the phase 2 trial, when they put it in loads of people, that's when they'll start looking at the things like... Because I was waiting to read something about sperm count.
But they must
and-
know this works, right?
No.
They don't know it works yet. So it gets like phase 3.
So you know when I was talking about the phases, it's
So
not...
how do they know what's even the point of getting into a phase?
So it's not
Before you
because
know it works?
they'll have done all the preclinical stuff, which is showing that it's doing something in animals. They
Oh,
then need
yeah,
to make
okay.
sure it's safe, and it's not actually until phase 3 that the drug is presumed to have an effect. Even still in phase 2, they assume that it doesn't have an effect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
But yeah.
So watch this space. So,
Yes.
did you enjoy that?
I did enjoy that.
Did you learn something?
I did learn things. Yeah, things were learnt.
Good.
Mainly,
That's our job here.
mainly about chemicals, about pharmaceutical processes
Oh, that's
in
good.
their, in their trials and stuff. That's
What's
quite
your opinion
interesting.
on Big Pharma?
What's Big Pharma?
The big pharmaceutical companies.
Are they just
Oh.
making us more ill to make more money?
They're not making any more more money, but they're definitely milking it for all they can.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, because why wouldn't you?
Mm-hmm.
The main
Does America
what's
hold the secret to curing cancer, but they're just not telling us so the Big Pharma can make money?
no,
Like,
because
Oh,
that'd
you're
be
very-
mean, wouldn't it? Be pretty mean.
I mean, I wouldn't put it
It's
past them.
mean. No, put it past anyone. There's some rule in business where it's like, if you aren't doing every single thing you can to make money, then what are you doing? And it's like, you have to just go for money. As a business, that's the
This is
plan.
why scientists are poor.
This is,
Yeah.
Ethical people don't make a lot of money.
So,
Yeah, no.
thank you for coming on, Jamie.
That's
For
very,
being
very well.
our season 2 premiere guest.
Thank you.
It's been great to have you, even
has.
minus your pen and paper. You've still been just as engaged.
If
Inky
anything,
and
you were more
Bossy.
engaged this episode because last time you were just too busy writing notes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sometimes it just can't be helped. I'm just so, into it that I had to write notes.
Fair enough.
If I had a pen, there'd be notes all over this white table right now.
Aww,
Scribbles everywhere.
that's kind of cute.
All
Good
over
thing
the
you held
walls.
on to your pen there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have nabbed it.
Alright. Yeah, so thanks for listening, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the first episode of season 2. Tell your friends, tell your family. Next week we have a science guest who will be here talking about ALS.
This is a new feature as well. We normally don't know who we have in advance.
No, but I think this might be good.
This is, yeah.
It's a new
might
feature
work.
to have some sort of pre-plan.
Yeah, we do have a pre-plan.
I guess that's it then. Bye.
I can't remember how we close
Oh,
out.
yeah, email us.
Oh, yeah! Oh, we nearly forgot to do this part. I knew there was something missing.
Yeah, you can email us on layoitoutpodcast@gmail.com.
You can follow us on Instagram or Twitter at Layout Podcast.
If you're whatever platform you're listening to us on, please give us 5 stars. Message us as well. Send us DMs. Email us. We'd love to hear from you.
It really makes our day. We get very excited.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Okay. Bye,
And when you're
Joni.
halfway through your PhD, there's not a lot to get excited about.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Alice, this is the first episode. Don't do this.
Oh, are we recording? Oh, we are.
No, we're not.
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, we are.
Oh.
The best sound comes if you're like here.